So the whole idea has been going on for about 3 years now of this homestead that I'm working on making. I'm getting evicted from my house because the landlord refuses to update it and get it to proper standings. So by March, I'm moving to some land I have previously purchased for very cheap in October, and I'm going to build this homestead. Brief and short and quick, it's going to be a community homestead. 3 days you work on your own property, your own house, whatever you do. 3 days out of the week you work on community projects that will be assigned on Saturday, which will be a rest day for the community where we all just hang out, cook, have meals together, talk. If people want to have church services, Bible study, etc., etc. As far as income, I have ways to help people get income who don't have money to come out. And I'm only looking for 6 founders, I should say, to help and go develop this land because it's completely raw land. And then after we get stable and steady, which I'm figuring by next spring, we will open it up to let more people come out to the homestead and live and work on the land. One way in which I have people to supplement income is finding day labor spots. There's also a public assistance you can sign up for because you will be on the lower end. Or if not, then you have your own money to buy food, etc. You also blood banks, donations. You don't need much to homestead if you know what you're doing. And your land should profit you by the end of your first full spring and summer season between animals, crops you've grown. Other ways is lumber off of the property, logs, even if you mill the wood, firewood. There's ways to make some of the income, and I can help people with that. As for legal purposes, after the land is fully purchased, it will be put in a trust with the founding people as the board, and it will be allowed to be open to the public, possibly going to a non-profit eventually. When you do come and you are accepted after the founders, you will have rights to your house property lot, but you can also be condemned out of the community if see fit by the community. There will be no one ruler. It will be all voted on by everyone in the community. So as saying that of all of the communities, so all the laws will be made up by the community, voted on. We will stick to standard state laws and federal laws, of course, but more of the minor laws that would be more processed by a smaller community, if that makes sense. So, like I was saying about having plans, it's good to do your research. Look on YouTube, look through Reddit posts, do Google searches, look up buildings, look up materials, look up plants, animals, stuff that you're going to need to know before you get out and homestead. A good advice to always do is to handwrite it down like I've done here. Plenty of plans. When I say plans, everything. As much as you can do, take care of it, write it all down, research, paperwork, blueprints of ideas to get out there with. Like I said, yellow pines, bath channels, all different fish to put in the pond, house layouts, orchard layouts, how the house community area be set up. Just little stuff like that. It's good to have written down so you always have it. everything from building garden beds, orchards, type of animals, what type of feed, best way to grow them, etc., etc. Now, I like to write it down, but I also have a external hard drive that I save all my YouTubes and my files and stuff like that, the researches, the books you can find to download and put them on a hard drive, so that way if you're out and you don't have internet, you still have access to it. So on our way to a day labor place at 4 o'clock in the morning to be there by 4:30 when it opens, to make money to leave Florida and get down to the land in Tennessee. Don't believe me? Just flip this camera right here real quick and show y'all. There's the scooter on the way down the road, getting there. So you just gotta make it happen. There's no time, there's not enough planning. Just go and do. I mean, plan a little bit. Don't just go, but have somewhat of a plan and just execute. Don't think on it, don't sit on it. What about this? What about that? Wait to say for this or that. I'm gonna show you how to do all this with $0 in my pocket, but a goal and a dream. So, like I said, going up to the day labor hall to get work, to get out there. I got about 2 weeks to get some work in. Probably go out to the land. When I tell you these places are madhouses, they are. But it's a good spot to get work and money quick. I've been doing the same thing when I go to the homestead. Another good way. Just out here on the way to the blood bank, like I was saying before. You just gotta do what you gotta do. But look at that beautiful view as we walk by. Isn't that gorgeous? So about me, my name is Jacob Moore. I'm 28 years old. Let's see, where do I begin? Born in Florida, grew up in New York. Mom was an alcoholic by the age of 12. Dad wasn't there. We left at 4. So I didn't have role models as a father figure. But along my way, I found him. Like my stepdad, Tony, he was with me in New York when I was younger. I'd say probably about 12 is really when he started coming into my life. Taught me so much stuff. He owns a mechanic shop, taught me how to become a mechanic, work on cars, how to run a business, how to run an office. And you got role models like my crazy uncle, Charlie. He taught me construction, and he also taught me things about the other side of life, the badder side of life. Like that's where my stepdad taught me more of how to be an A-class citizen. My uncle taught me how to be a B-class citizen, would be a better way to explain it politically. And one more other person I'd like to talk about, God bless his soul, was someone dear to me named Rob. And he was more like that emotional support father figure, you know what I'm saying? Telling me I can make it, I can do something, I'm worth it. While everyone else in my life was telling me, you ain't gonna grow up to be shit. Look at your mom, look at what you're coming from. And I was the only man who was there emotionally for me, telling me, you're gonna make it. It's all right, kid. This happens, things happen. You're on the right path. You're working hard. You know what you're doing, etc., etc. Schooling wise, got kicked out of high school, unfortunately. Didn't go to college. Instead, I traveled around learning trades, anywhere from landscaping, arbitrage work, farmhand work. I have acquired general contracting, so anywhere from electric, plumbing, framing, mason work, roofing, siding, sheetrock. Also learned mechanics, auto mechanics, engineer mechanics to keep things running. I've even done factory work. I mean, we all do that. Office work, like I said, I learned that through my stepdad and other places. Also was in sales, and a lot of this stuff teaches you traits to do homesteading. Like contracting teaches you how to build your stuff. Landscaping teaches you how to take care of plants and things. Office work teaches you to keep organized in general. Sales teaches you more of how to communicate better with people. So yeah, a little bit about the journey of my life ever since 18. I left, traveled the East Coast, stayed in North Carolina, stayed in South Carolina, stayed in Florida, swapped back and forth a couple of times, moved to Tennessee, swapped back and forth a couple of times, and really found that Tennessee is where I like to settle. And that's why the homestead is going to be there, because I just personally liked the area, the people, the communities they have, the climate.